the brand new Traxxas XRT, and then you'll find out what colour we've got. And I want your opinions on which tyres you think will fit best or go best for out and out bashing, because I think these ones are a bit probably roadworthy. I think they're not really for ultimate grip. So we've got these choices here. We're going to check those out after we've unboxed it. Flip you around, you can see me. Not that you want to see me, do you? Right. Why would anybody want to see me? This ugly, ugly mug on a Friday night. You should be all down the pub, getting lashed up and having fun. That's what you should all be doing. Not coming to see me, boring old me. But now I've got to find out who we've got. We get the trusty old iPad out, see who's here with us. Not problem is with these big cars, just don't get the room. Not in here anyway, because it would be all right if I didn't have this, all these cupboards in the way. I need to get my workshop built. Who's just gone live? Someone's just gone live. Me. Someone else went live. Who's trying to steal my lifetime? Kev. Let me see who went live. I'll end the stream for a bit. No, it's me. Oh, what have I done? I'm back. Right. Got a notification that I was live on my phone. That's an interesting manoeuvre. Maybe YouTube have fixed some of the problems out. Right. Who do we have? Got quite a few. I've got to give myself a thumbs up. Don't forget the thummy us up. Let me move that so you don't get the light in the corner. Evening, Kent, Charlie. 907 Arctic Rob. Evening. Or morning for you, I should say. Got Dan. I can't pronounce your name, unfortunately, but hi. It's all in... It's like... I don't know. I don't want to be rude and not read it, but... I can't read that, unfortunately. Sheldonator, evening. Ziggy, hi. Jay. Yes, I got the XRT. Binned the 4S Armours. Fed up waiting for them. CSL Lawn, hi, how are you? You want to see me? Oh, thanks. Evening, Gary. Been having a bit of a laugh with Gary, so I've been upsetting some people on Facebook today. I haven't deliberately done it. I don't know how I find these people, I really don't. They just get so bent out of shape so quickly. It's quite funny, really. Right, who else we got? Who else we got? Who else we got? We've got RC for us, evening, how are you? Slash Raptor 93, evening. Grabbed your XRT, mate. Green one. Oh, that's the first person I've heard that's got a green one, Sean. Nice. Hi, Anth. How are you? Now, Anth here, and I will be putting a community post up shortly. All the bits and pieces, because we go through them. But Anth here, he's very kindly 3D printed off a new wingman. Now, he does sell these on Facebook, so he has sent me the link. So keep an eye out on my community posts, because I'm going to be putting up bits and pieces I'll be adding to it. So I've got a Max 5 mount for it, although I'm not putting Max 5 on. Some very nice 4S balance port protectors, and this PLA, not PLA, the 3D mounted or 3D printed, whatever the material, I forget what the material is. Got a few other bits and pieces, so we've got, those are going to go on it, but we'll go through all that later. I wanted to say that because Anthony's on here now. He very kindly met me today to hand that over, so thank you, Anthony. I'm deciding between the XRT X Max and Mini Max at the moment, so I should help it. Well, we've got to get it out, Jay. Find out what happens with it. Mr. Press, evening. Ziggy. Do away with the cupboard, yeah, but they keep my plates and everything in them, Scott. What I need to do is I need to build my workshop out the back, which doesn't have the cupboards in. That's what I need to do, rather than keep using the kitchen. What are my thoughts on the my Half 8 EXB? I'm a bit disappointed about it, actually. I'm just wondering if they're bringing out a new version. Would have been nice if they'd let people know that it was being discontinued, so people could have snapped it up before it disappeared. Always winds me up slightly when things get discontinued on the sly. All of a sudden you just find something you might have been waiting for and thought, well, I'll get it after Christmas because you've got Christmas coming up, and then find out you can't get it, which you could have bought before Christmas. You just adjusted your finances a bit, and it's... I know, maybe they're bringing something else out. I don't know. You are first to get... No, I drove Kev's XRT last Sunday. Drove really, really nice. So you should see a video from Kev soon on it. But no, it does drive really nice. So I was excited. I was hoping to get mine for last week, but they weren't allowed to let me have it, even though they had it in store. But Traxxas would have gone mental if they'd have released it early. Mark Wilson, evening. How are you? Thompson RC, hi Terry from Ireland. I'm going to catch up with these in a minute. Hi Sponge Pop. God, I love getting you going on, Mike. I just deal with facts, you know me. I never know whether you're being serious or not, or whether you know, I don't know. There are some people on there that just, I mean, I'll give you an example today of someone trying to justify that me batteries are the best cheap batteries you can get. For some reason, he just came out and said, fun fact, every single microwave in the world is made in the same factory. And I just went back, but it's not. I said, for example, Miele are made in Germany, not in China. And then he starts getting all the arseache because I've told him that actually, factually, he was wrong. Then he posts something up showing that 80% of them. I went, well, there you go. You said 100% of them were made. You said every single one was made in the same factory. And I went, but they're not. So you like to exaggerate. And he gets all bent out of shape about it. It's just like, don't exaggerate. I did say, because he was saying, if you look on Facebook, everyone says you, me, are good. And I said, if your review groups people on Facebook, you might as well go and ask the chimpanzees at the zoo what they think. I do get a bit funny. I will admit, I'm a bit bolshy sometimes. I am opinionated, I'm not going to deny that. But I work on facts rather than fiction and bullshit and myth and exaggeration. Hi Sean, yes, I saw the 4S. Well, you're still going to struggle to get 4S Outcast. The 4S Blue Outcasts haven't arriven in the UK yet. And a lot of shops didn't even get the brown one because there's such limited allocation. The shop I went to today got no Outcasts whatsoever, even though they requested them, they got none. I did see the 4S Creighton today. Looks very nice, but we won't be getting one. Done with that now, moved on, bought this instead. Armour can do one. Gap reviews, evening, how are you? Yeah, it does. I drove really nice as well, so I'm excited to get this. What are the best wheels? Don't know. You know, we'll get it out of the box in a minute. Once I've caught up on the comments, which is a lot of comments to read today because there are a lot of people, 68 people watching. Obviously, everybody wants to see the XRT coming out of the box, don't they? Right, I haven't got time for hello. Open it. Evening, Toby. Dave, you aware any DPDs delayed at the moment? No, not at all. My DPD delivery arrived yesterday. Getting ready for the breakages. Certain things I like to have as spares ready to go because Jack's going to be driving it next week. Oh, TPU, that's right. I knew what it was, I just couldn't think. And it's in blue as well, the same colour as the car. What's happened to the two-stroke? Two-strokes are still there. It's just the wrong weather at the moment. So, yeah, we still got the 3 two-strokes. Got another video to do on the Lossy with the OBR engine in it. I've got to do that video. Went to the physio today for my neck, so hopefully get that sorted soon. I can spend more time in front of the PC editing, because I struggle at the moment. Be brutally honest with you, which is why those videos aren't coming out as often as they should be, which is the worst time of year to do it, because you get more ad revenue at Christmas. Typical. Alex, evening. Rarest Tortoise, thank you. Well, the only reason, I'll be honest with you, and I'll be totally honest with you, the only reason we've got this and can afford to get this is because of you guys watching our videos. If you guys didn't watch our videos, we wouldn't have one of these. It's not to say that we don't put a lot of effort and time and work into editing, etc., because it does take a lot of time. But it's an additional revenue source that we get to be able to afford to buy these to then put back in the channel so you guys can see what we do with them. But yeah, if I hadn't been editing videos and everything, I'd have had to take if I'd have taken a second job, it would have paid better, but it's not quite the same, if that makes sense. I think it makes sense anyway. Why did you change the ESC to a Max 6 on the X-Max and presumably the XRT? Why? The Max 6 just gives better power delivery and controllability on it. Be honest with you. There's no need to change it out the box straight away. If you're happy with that and you're happy with the Traxxas connectors, problem is if you take the Traxxas connectors off, you invalidate the warranty. I just prefer, most people will put a Max 6 in there because they just find it can handle the power better when you're gearing up, and it has better power delivery. So, yeah, funnily enough, that is one of the jobs for today, is to change the connectors on that. So I've just whipped that out of the Mojave because I don't have a spare Max 6 at the moment. So I've just whipped that out of the Mojave and I've got to change the connectors on it. Hi HardcoreRC, how are you? Samba Go. Will Armour bother shipping the long overdue Forest Crayton to the UK in time? The Craytons did arrive, and a few Outcasts did arrive. They arrived this week, Samba. But I did see one. I won't be getting one. It does look nice, don't get me wrong. Hi Zoz, what's in the box evening? Right, I'm going to catch up. If I've missed any comments, Juka, hi, I do apologise. I just want to catch up because I'm running so far behind and I can't catch up with everyone, so what they're saying. But Sushi is saying, hurry up, stop waffling and get the box open. Okay. Next time you see Kev and he has his electric laminator, try and encourage him to do a double backflip. Except almost did it the other day. I haven't seen Kev's electric one actually. He's only ever had the gas ones out, the big Taylor, the one with the big Taylor engine in it. Right. Now I've got to do this, and then I've got to put it all back in the box to video the opening tomorrow for the actual video for the thing. So you guys are a bit privileged in as much as you're going to be seeing this today, and it's not even been, it's not been opened at all yet. It's all sealed up still. So I'm hoping, oh, did you all guess what colour it was, by the way? I don't know, I struggle editing Zoz, actually, to be brutally honest with you. It's not something which, it's not a skill which comes naturally to me, editing videos. So I tend to do it in a couple of stints. So I like to do it and then come back to it. I can't do it all in one go. I'm just not creatively inclined like that, unfortunately. I wish I was. I think I've got better. The black and green looks best. Green, blue, I like the one I have. Blue, like the one I have. Blue, blue. Hi David, how are you? I may get rid of the X-Max and replace it with XRT. I'm somewhat intrigued. Nick, hi. This isn't, I'll be honest with you, so it depends what you want to do with it, because this is not going to be as bashable and as durable as an X-Max, but it's a lot more stable. It will drive and handle a lot better. But it will still bash well, and it's upside down. Why do they put it in upside down? Oh, my arm hurts as well. Oh, come on. Right. Why they put it in upside down, I don't know. Can you see this coming out? You can. Come on. There's not enough room in here. That out. Controller, we don't need that. Whatever that is. Oh, we've broken a bit off there, look. I'm making a meal of this, isn't I? I don't know, I'm going to video this tomorrow. Ouch! Just punched me in the face because it let go. I think it was caught on something because it seemed to ping and then let go. Ugh. Right. We'll go back in there. Oh, declaration of conformity, the DOC. It says it's got no, that will say it's got no asbestos in it. Ugh. Wheels are, yeah, they're a lot more solid than the X-Max wheels. Thicker rubber. Oh, my arm. So whoever guessed blue, they guessed right. Right, blue, 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 blue. Alistair, evening. It's the blue one on display in TJD. No, this was still sealed up. So it wasn't the blue display one. Kevin does have one, he got his last week. I think that was delivered, he got a red one delivered to him last Friday. And we were out with him on Sunday and he had it there. I just don't think he's done the video out yet though. Open the end of the box and give it a good sniff. Oh, you dirty boy, Alex. What boxes have you been opening? TJD have sold all theirs. Gone, they've all gone. They had 6 in, they've all sold. Yeah, you can't get the black one over here though, Charlie, unfortunately. I'd have liked to have the black one, but you can't get it in the UK. Waiting for orange. Paul's got the orange one. Paul Pickney's bought the orange one. Hate sticky flaps, Toby. Well, no, I don't mind the sticky flaps. I've not seen any flaps at the ages, but yeah, I'm not going to complain about sticky flaps. Evening, Josh, how are you? I feel the pain of the flap constantly catching on the table. The old wizard sleeves. I think you will not put it back in the same. I've got to put it back in the same way in the box. Front goes in that way. Yeah, it's got to go back in the same way as Oz, because I've got to put it back in for the unboxing tomorrow. All that money and you still have to put the wheels on. I want it. Christmas came early. Indeed, Greg, indeed. Can we see the spot mark on the blue? What spot mark? Oh, we can see the spot mark. Okay. They should deliver it. Yeah, they do still deliver on Saturdays, Seb, so hopefully it'll come tomorrow. Yeah, we kept our max. We kept our max. We kept our max rock and roll body in mint condition, and put a different body on it. But I don't know whether you can still get. I don't know whether you can buy that max body as a replacement, because the rock and roll was limited edition. Right, put that bag off. I'll put it back in the bag anyway. There we go. That's the blue body. Oh, I suppose I've got to shoe glue it. Oh, nightmare. It's another job for tomorrow. I haven't shoe glued a body in absolutely ages. Do I need to shoe glue it? I think this is more protected because of the wing, and it sits lower. It does look good, doesn't it? I mean, you can't say that's not a good looking car. You cannot say that is not a good looking car. And obviously we know there's an issue here. So let's have a quick look over the car, shall we? That's where it was catching up, look, on this stupid stuff at the back here. Somehow, for some reason. You don't want to see me, look at that. Ugh, ugly. Oh no, you don't want to see that either. Lotus Rob, thanks for coming by, buddy. Take care. Yeah, the V, I will admit, Zoz, that V-shaped, I'm not sure how, I suppose it's just a matter of learning where the clips are on that rather than the bit at the back. But that should mean the body doesn't pop off as much, and it's better than those annoying other things, but we'll see. We'll see how we get on with that. With a V-shaped, let's have a little look, ski. That V-shaped motor, fans, I will admit, that does look pretty cool. I'm not going to deny that. So that's got to come out, and it's not as much hassle to get this one out because the X-Max, it sits further in. So obviously the shock towers are shorter, the shocks are shorter, so you get more slamming, which is why it's not as bashable. We know this part here is a weak spot, hence why we have that 3D printed part to go in there. Battery tray modifications will take place as well, because I don't think, flip you round, don't think my usual lipos will fit in there. It's all, it says padded around the sides with it as well. That's quite nice. So we put those in. Pop that up through there. Yeah, that ain't going in there. We're going to have to lift Oh, it's a bit it's tighter than the X-Max on this. Yeah, I've made that tighter than the X-Max. But we have a mod which we will share in the video tomorrow. I'm hoping that what I do gives it enough clearance to lift those up a bit, because they've made that tighter than on a X-Max for sure. Now I have heard you can flip these over, and it gives, I don't know how that gives you more room by flipping it over though. Don't know how that works. To me it looks like it would give them, oh, look Gary, look what size I got. Brand new, yummy yummy. People say you flip that over, but I don't see how that, because that comes up, so I don't see how flipping it over gives you more space. But as I said, we have a modification where we can lift these up, and I've got them here. So many bits and pieces for it. Here we go. And then we will put these spacers underneath to lift the whole tray up 3mm. I'll try 3mm to start off with. I've got enough to go higher if needs be. But we lift it up 3mm, and hopefully that will be enough to slot that in. Does the XRT have issues with the body staying on when bashing? I don't think it does, Frosty Mug, to be honest with you. I'm pretty sure the body, as I said, driving Kev's on Sunday and watching Kev drive his, the body didn't pop off once. Oh, I've got the shoe already. It's in the bag. I've got 3 tubes of E6000 glue already. What do I think is better, a Max or this one? Both different cars, to be honest with you. They're different sizes. A Max is a lot smaller. Max is going to be probably more durable, but it's not as stable. You know, you've got to remember, this isn't, yes, it's based on an X-Max, but it's designed to be more stable. So it's got wider arms, more leverage, so more possibility of that breaking things. Just that's pure physics for you. And shorter shocks, so there's less travel than on an X-Max. So you're going to chassis slap more. So it's not going to be as durable as an X-Max, but it's going to be probably more durable than a stock Creighton 8S. It's lighter than a stock Creighton 8S. I would say it will eat those for breakfast around the track and things like that. Just depends what you want to do with it, really. I mean, we were going to we will beat the snot out of it just to see how tough it really is, and we will do our basic upgrades on it. J Lung looks stunning, got an orange one imminent. Nice. I haven't seen the orange one in the flesh. I haven't seen the green one. I've seen a red one and blue one now, I see. Right, let's catch up. Do. Chris Gutton, hey, he is back and brought one as well with, you'll love this truck, it's so smooth, right? Yeah, I drove Kev's and it was really nice to drive. We can have a better look next week when repairing it. Oh, nice, you picked up the on sale fire team, $399, absolute bargain. Thanks, RC Crew New Jersey, thank you very much. Right, right, skim forward a bit. Issues with the wing. Yes, so it's not so much the wing. The wing is very heavy, and when it lands, that sheer weight coming down, it just snaps this bit off. So having that upgraded part is a definite do. Remember, Sugar with 5T does help, but now 30 degrees here, going to get some custom HL blue except made for it. Nice, Greg. Can't wait to see that. You watch AETLR Techno and everyone's going to come out with a 1/5 truggy. I'll bet they do as well. There's a big battery, but... So that battery is standard size. The Traxxas hate this. Make theirs to be different than overpriced part. Yes, so that battery is, as Gary said, any 4S hard case LiPo I've got, they're all that size. So even if I go to these ones here, which we, you know, the eBay, or the Amazon specials, and we got same size, all the same size. Look, same width, same height, same depth. They're all the same. That is a standard size for 4S hard case LiPo. So they do like to be a bit difficult making them like that. A 4S soft case, I've got these bad boys as well in the south. These are really nice LiPos. They will probably fit in it all right. But they're soft case. You get that balance lead to stop that going in the slot where it clicks in. Yeah, see they go in there perfectly. Those soft cases, no problem whatsoever. In fact, they're the perfect size. But I want the hard cases in there. Those are, and I did buy those just in case. They are the perfect size. So we might have to bump it a bit. I'm hoping adding 3mm will be enough. Right, for the start of the X-Max personally, yeah, I mean, it's each to their own, Griffey. I like the look of this one. I'm hoping I know it drives well. I didn't send Kev's because it's not mine to send. Have I heat shrunk the cables? What, on this? No, they come like that now. They come with thicker actual battery cables and heat shrunk on the balance lead. I didn't do that. Evening Waterside Bashers. Liverpool seen on mods in the test video. Yep, I'm about to go and show everyone what bits I'm going to be putting on it. Dave, if you put a wide kit on X-Max, wouldn't it make it the same with the XRT? No, it wouldn't make it the same as the XRT because the XRT also has a low centre of gravity body, flat here, whereas the X-Max sticks down here, arches over. So this sits lower to the ground anyway. The shocks towers are shorter, so that makes it sit lower, and the shocks are shorter as well, it makes it sit lower. So it sits a lot lower than, so it's got a much lower centre of gravity than an X-Max has. Yeah, I think they're pretty tough. They're just, I don't think they're as tough. I don't think it's ever going to be as tough as an X-Max, just because physics will stop that, unfortunately. So Destroyer wants to know, hey Hardcore, would a lossy Ford Baja Ray be a good choice for a new RC car? It's not a bad choice. Depends if that's the sort of car you want. You know, every car has a different ability to do, and if that's the sort of car you want to be driving, then yeah, it's a good car. There's no question about it. If you want to send it, then no. But if you want, so each car has different abilities for what they're good for. All the body and framework to get inside. I think it's 12 screws. Yeah, so the other day you can use body clips on the battery tray to stop it opening. You can, and you can get straps. There's lots of different things you can do. Yeah, I think there's some clips you can get somehow to pop across there to stop it opening, isn't there? But it shouldn't open. I'm not too worried about it popping open, to be brutally honest with you. If the tray is soft lined, the soft case should be fine. It is soft lined on 3 sides, Gary. So it should be fine, but I just want to up it. I want to get, I've only got those 2 soft cases, and they're not really heavy bashing. They're such good lipo that I want to keep them for speed running and things like that. Whereas these are, as far as I was concerned, these are bashing lipos, so they're going in here. On the SRT, heat shrunk the cables on there. I haven't. No. From the motor, no, they're not heat shrunk. Will Jack be sent to the moon when it breaks the XRT? Jack is going to have a go on this week. Probably won't be getting out Sunday. I don't know what anyone's doing. I haven't seen what the weather is, but we are going out next week, and it will get sent next week. Might not be the full sendage video, but it will definitely be getting proper sent in the week ahead. Proper sent. What have I missed? And I told you red. Tim, no. The box was red. The body is blue. Right, let's get on to what we said we're going to do. Okay, so just so everyone knows, the modifications that we will be doing to this are, first of all, I'll whip this out here. Whip it out. Obviously the TPU, nice and bendy and flexible. Support for the wing, so that goes on there. Hopefully that holds up. Hopefully otherwise it could be saying it won't be. RPM hinge pins, they're going on. I've just got to remember where they go. I think it goes 1, 2, 3. And then the 4th one at the back there is, from memory, is where they go. So they've got to go on. This is saying that Waterside Bashers, who's in the stream, has sent me to test. Actually, I'm going to put this in the X-Max, because the X-Max is going to take more abuse than this. I'm going to do a video of this. So this is a modification that they've come up with to help stop the flexing of the spur and pinion gear, to stop them disintegrating or getting worn out so quickly. So again, I will be putting a link. Watch out for the community post, because this is all going to go up on that, where you can get all these modifications and subtle upgrades from. So that will be included on that. Also, Bash also sent us these outdrive sleeves. These are, in my opinion, a must on either an X-Max or an XRT, because they are, the outdrives are known to split and crack open. So these stop that. Got these on the X-Max or similar on the X-Max. Never busted an outdrive, so that's a must. Doesn't add any weight either. So Waterside Bashers on eBay, get those. Obviously the 3mm spacers to lift those battery trays up. And a little thing that I like to do is just the metal motor mount inserts. Just helps support that motor and not pulling against the plastic so much. So those are the things we're doing tomorrow. On top of, I don't think we need to do the shock tower mod on this one, because the shock towers aren't as big. And do we need to do the steering post mod? Steering post appears to be different. So I don't think we need to do this. I can't see. On the X-Max there's a post here which has got a hollow hole in it, which you put hot glue in and then an M4 screw into it to support it, but doesn't appear to be on this one. It would normally be on that side. round about there, but it doesn't appear to be one. So maybe they fixed that. Don't know. Maybe you just can't put it in there. So we'll whip this off. We'll whip this off and have a quick look. See if there's anything hiding behind. Yes, is there? No major hole there. There is two little holes. Easy access to the servo, which is nice though. Drive shaft sitting in there nicely. The X-Max centre shaft mod won't work in there, which is a little bit annoying. So I have to see what happens to that X-Max centre shaft, although that has got more support. You can see it. Does look like it's got a bit more support here where it runs under the servo. Maybe stops some flexing a bit. I don't know whether that's got a bearing in it or anything. It just... We will see though. From the prism you can conclude that the red light must be travelling through a greater speed compared to the blue light as it's deflected by the... What the hell was that all about? How much will all the parts be? They're not a lot of money. From memory, they're like £7 each. All the side bashes it on here, so I can't remember how much they are. That's £7. They're £1.99. That is £30, I think, from memory. I can't remember. I said I'm lucky that it got sent those, and the mount is not a lot of money either. So they're not expensive upgrades at all. They're just subtle, very, very subtle upgrades, which just stop things breaking as easy. Or not, this is going to break easy, but these are the upgrades that I would recommend doing. So, you know, I've not seen the shaft bend before. Not on here, no. I mean, the X-Max, yes, but I've not heard anyone bend it on here, but we'll find out. My 3D printer at work can print TPU. That stuff is sweet. Yes. So, I don't know how that's on here, but keep an eye out for your community posts. I'll try and do the post tomorrow with all the parts. A spur shaft. Yes, a spur shaft. You've killed your MT10 lots of... Yeah, but Jano, that's you. Why not run it box stock? Alistair, tell me one car that you've got that you can run box stock that doesn't need some subtle upgrades. I can't think of one. If you can think of one, pray tell. You know, $1,000 Creighton 8S needs a new chassis, chassis braces. I do know what you mean. There's certain... Oh, the other thing I've got, which I haven't said on here, is obviously the gears. because it does need. Now, I will say I totally agree when people say you shouldn't have to change the gears on a £1,000 RC car. No, you shouldn't. It should come with quality gears that are not pot Chinese monkey powder metal. I 100% agree with that, and I think it's wrong that you have to buy upgraded gears, but it is what it is. And I also think it's wrong that on this level of car, the servo comes with plastic gears. Having said that, and I don't want to tempt fate, we're still running stock gears on the stock servo on the X-Max. I've seen a few videos on bent shafts. I bet you have, Jono. That's burglars at the back door, probably. Kronos XTR. Kronos XTR needs a whole. Oh, TRX4. That's different. That's not a bashing car, but even then, people upgrade it to make it lower centre of gravity and everything else like that. My Mini Max is stock. And how many times you've broken the front bulkhead on that? Okay, Zoz, you got me. You banged to right me there, Zoz. You have banged to righted me. And I'm a man that will say I'm wrong when I'm wrong. And Zoz has proven his point. I'm wrong. MJX Hyper Go needs no mods, out the box. Beat the absolute snot out of it. Unbelievable car. Mike, hi, how are you? Lossy DB Pro, no upgrades yet, although steering is like that. I'll be honest, it depends what you're going to do to the car. If you're going to drive this normally, then it doesn't need upgrades. It doesn't. But we're not going to drive it normally. We are going to beat the snot out of it. So I'm going to reinforce the weaker parts of it so that when we're beating the snot out of it, it doesn't break. So, you know, it's, I mean, Lossy 5T, you could say that doesn't need any upgrades, which it doesn't really. My missus has correctly pointed out that her MT10 has killed lots of times. Yeah, it's your driving, Jonah. It's normally the person behind the wheel. I know, sorry, Alice, I don't believe your Corelli Dementor is bog stock. Right, anyway, point of this live stream, or part of it, was decide we will be running it stock tyres to start off with. But when we're out, I'm wondering what tyres. So they're the stock ones. And I just think they're more suited to road work rather than, yes, they're on back to front because they're directional, so it should be the other way round. Before anyone goes, oh, you've got it on back to front, all the way round. Right. They are directional, so that goes on there, like that. So we've got that one. Now, we've also got an X-Max, and I can't remember whether Kev blew a tyre. No, it wasn't. It was. Now I have seen these break. Addicted to RC. I don't know if he's in the stream tonight yet, but he did break. He sheared it off here. He did a slightly awkward sideways landing, and it sheared the whole nut out there, which surprises me a bit. But they are a heavier wheel. They're not quite as wide depth. These are sit a little bit higher. X-Max sit a little bit bigger as well. So we could put some X-Max wheels on for some balloonage. Don't know. Or we could go backflip LPs. Not backflip LPs. 8S backflips, which I like the look of, but they do rub. They do rub these bits a bit, and I haven't got any spares of these. Not that they're breaking first time out, but they do rub on the steering links a little bit, and on the top arm. I have got spare top arms, or we have these bad boys, which are narrower, but they ain't gonna rub, I don't think. They're gonna rub or not rub. Will they rub or will they not rub? That's no good for that. I need something to measure. Oh, they were going to rub as well. That sucks. I thought there was more inner space on these. There's not though. I'd need, although they might not rub as bad because they're not as offset. No, they haven't got the same offset, so they wouldn't rub. They look a bit funky. They're not as wide, so you're probably not going to get as much air control with these. But for dirt blasting, they could be fun. Just might be a bit difficult in the air for doing backflips, etc. So what do you all think? These the 8S backflips, the Traxxas X-Max, or the, well, we'll run it stock to start off with. I just want to have a selection of tyres to try when we're out and about. How many people are waiting on the Kratom V2? Which Kratom V2? The 8S Kratom V2? I don't think it's come. It's just. I think they're just re-releasing the EXB as an RTR. HPX Pro, I've tried to kill that. Yeah, HPX Pro is like the MJX, same car, Jono. So, yeah, they are good cars, and it's the same as the Tracer, FTX Tracer. Oh, it's coming in thick and fast. I'm trying to slow down, slow down. I haven't used the Quantum, I don't know, but it chills and that's it. That car won't run. It's missing wheels. Evening, Len. I know. We've got to decide on what wheels to put on it. X-Max tyres look cool on an XTR. They do, don't they? I might get the sledgehammers for it, actually. One more like for 50. 50 likes? Yes, get the likes in. We've got 79 people watching. We should have at least 60 likes, please. Let's get the likes up, please. Pretty, please. I think about trying to catch up. Not good on wet grass or leaves, I found. No, Paul. Yeah, Kez was sliding all over the place in the mud. I think about dropping an anvil on my HPX, see if that kills it. It will kill it, Jono. I ran more 5 gears on those shafts. I never had one bend. It's a newer model thing. Some of the drive cups never had those shatter either, but the later ones do. Yeah, I think a lot of things, quality controls went down on the Todd. It's like the wheels. I know people that got X-Max wheels that are 6 years old and no problems with the foams or anything, and others like myself, within 6 weeks the foams were dead. Yeah, the problem is with the belted ones, you lose the air controls, Oz, and they're quite heavy, aren't they? The HPX Pro is good, Veer, but I would suggest that the MJX Hyper Go is better, just slightly, because you've got more room for the battery to fit in. It's got a honeycomb chassis, it's still got the metal gears and everything. It's just a slight revisions that make it slightly better. Narrower winds over the winter. Winds over winter, yep. Hi, ST Gaskell, how are you? Let's insert, yep. Len. It doesn't rub. It goes in without touching the sides. So I don't need to measure it. I know that. Blue Action X-Max tyres. Hi Gaines, how are you? They might grip roll. Yeah, you're right there, Greg. They may grip roll a lot, these. I think we might go with the back flips. If you went big wheel, Mad Maxes are good. Yeah. These are great on the losses, on a light, loose surface. Not on a grippy surface, because then it grip rolls again. But out in the woods. So each tyre has its uses, and Gary, if he's still here, will probably say these are brilliant in the woods. Getting grip on loose surface. But if you're out on grass and things like that, these are going to be too grippy. FTX Tracer, yep, is good. Stopping all the rollers and all going to be, yeah, because they've stopped. I'm going to catch up here. I'm a bit surprised they stopped the Mojave EXB. That did surprise me. They stopped the Outcast EXB RTR. That surprised me as well. The Outcast, we know the Outcast AS EXB is gone now as well, and I'm pretty sure the Creighton AS EXB is going, and they're just coming back as RTRs. Lex has gone forward and the rest have gone back. Hello everyone, coming a bit late today. So do we have your XRT, Dave? No, it's not really here. It's a figment of everyone's imagination. Yes, it's here. I was just saying to guys addicted that you managed to break a wheel on the inside. We got the blue one. Sexy blue. I'm going to try and get it back in the box to do the unboxing video tomorrow. I had a bit of snow here today, this morning actually. Maybe the best tyre would make a good next video. It might do actually. Just run it box stock then. That's not a bad idea. Gives us another reason to take the car out then, doesn't it? Do a tyre choice thing. I like your thinking. Maybe we won't do. Maybe we'll just run it with the stock tyre on it. And then we can do another video. I like your thinking. Gives us another reason to do a video then, doesn't it? Bournemouth RC, he's okay. He obviously had to, he had an operation to help him with his weight, and then they were having their house totally and utterly renovated. In fact, so they had to move out while they had all the building work done. I haven't spoken to him recently. Probably last time I spoke to him was a couple of months ago. But I think he's doing okay. He's, whether he'll ever come back out again or not, I don't know. It'd be nice to see him out, that's for sure. That would definitely be, yeah, we should try and get him back out. Sorry, Dave, I meant the Mad Max Land Grippers. Ooh, obviously models sell them, or at least used to. I'll have a look at those, Todd. Not much, so much heavy. Stock X-Max wheels, 600, Lewis there, 744, and in a bead tire, it's more custom. Okay, it's not too bad, but they are belted though. I don't really like belted because it limits your air control. We've got running commentary on the football. They equalised against Argentina in the last 30 seconds of injury time. Does that mean it will go penalties, Griffey? I think, yeah, that's not a bad idea, Josh, but I think we will go with do a different video with all the different tyres. I think is what we're going to do. Nice, the wheel body is so nice, yeah. I'm a bit disappointed with my wheel blowing apart. All right, Joyce, how are you? Titanium addict here. Raining season is coming. RC can't bash. No, well. Right. What we've got to do, we need to move all this out of the way. We need to do some snouldering. Ugh. This is going to be fun. I'm going to desolder all that. Typical, I didn't prepare myself for this. Let's see if my soldering skills are still up to the job. Probably not. I haven't done any for ages. But I won't do a, well, I don't want to tempt fate, but I'm hopefully not going to do an Earl Moorhead. It's only 484. 50 doesn't need to be up that high. So I don't want to tempt fate, but hopefully it won't do an Earl. They were almost fighting about 15 minutes ago. Right ruck on the foot. See, they should just be red carded. Okay, so that's interesting. I don't mess around with punch. That might be why. I always leave the punch. I leave stock punch. Maybe I should start. Maybe that's why we can't. That's maybe why Ian can flip his X-Max easier than what we can. He might be on max punch, whereas we're on bog stock punch. Might be, that might be the very reason. You'd keep the XT90s. Well, the problem with keeping the XT90 slash is, number one, all my 4S lipos run on ECIC5s because my X-Max and my Outcast are on ECIC5s. ECIC5 I find comes apart less than the XT90s, and it also carries a higher ampage. Do you notice the stock tyres are belted? On this, I don't know whether they're belted or not because we've not actually opened them up, but they don't balloon as much. It's a much thicker rubber. It's a lot more solid than an X-Max rubber. Way more solid. When you look at that versus there and just squidgy. That one takes a lot more pressure to squidgy. And again, even these ones are quite squidgy. Hi H Riviere, can't wait to see. No, you guys will run it. How are you going to send it? God bless you guys that will be watching. Thank you, Riviere. Very nice of you. Mr. Crease, how are you? Have you got your homemade one all sorted out yet? Evening, Taz. Nothing, well, I've got the Typhon to fix, but that's it. We haven't really been breaking much, believe it or not. Even when we went out on Sunday, beat the snot out of a few guys. Actually, I always do a sneak peek, don't I? We always do a sneak peek. So we did take the Rano out on Sunday, and Jack was driving. Now, this is not to say that it's not a good car. Jack was driving, but it did come home in bits. So a video on that coming soon. It's all ready to go. I started trying to edit it this week, but my head just hurts too much, so I didn't do the edit this week, but I'll try and get it done. So yeah, I've got ordered the parts to get this fixed up because it is a nice car. It did drive nice, and I think at the price, the full price is too much. At the pre-sale price, it was a bargain, and with 20% off, it's there or thereabouts. Problem is the import duty you might get hit with. It's a one of those. It's one of those ones, if you know what I mean. Right. Stock max 6 punches 3. Yes, it is. So it goes up to 5, doesn't it, on the max 6? I've just never messed with punch settings before. Always just kept them stock, mainly because I'm so used to Armours chewing diffs. I've never bothered changing punch settings. Maybe I should. Which ESC have you gone max 6? What motor you gone with, Martin? Are you going stock motor in it? Or have you gone silly power one? Evening Ken, how are you? Full price extortion, as we'll also have the VAT import duty to pay on it by the time you've done that. Yes. Yeah, $249, although the exchange rate's better now. But the time you've got the VAT on that, you'll be close to 250 quid for it, which is too much. Yeah, the X-Max, be brutally honest with you, Zoz, the X-Max can probably take that extra because it's just the diffs are better on an X-Max than they are on Armour. See, Martin's running 1100 kV through it, and I saw a guy, Max, who's running 1100 kV through his, and it's, okay, it brakes a lot easier, but the drivetrain takes the power. And we should know Martin will be going silly Billy power. Have you had your belt driven one out for a while? You haven't had your belt driven one out for a while, have you, Martin? Before I do anything silly. You don't want to melt them. There we go. I kind of want to put a 1100 kV max power. Looks fun. It is a lot of fun. I mean, it's insanely powerful. But more weight, it means you brake more. Got a TPXX2 to go in if 11, you nutter, Martin. What kind of motor should I put in my Armour Creighton EXB for $100, $150? Which Armour Creighton EXB is it, Vince? If it's the 1/8 scale 6S one, I would put a max $150. You're going to struggle. You're going to struggle for $150. I'd say if you're in the US, probably a Hobby Star 1650 kV motor. Max 6 you really need. So you're going to struggle unless you can pick up second hand. Oh yeah, you do run belt drive, don't you? It sounds so sweet on the belt drive as well. I need my other glasses. That can push in or push through. Push that through or push it in. These are the fun ones, aren't they? If you try and push through there, I need something small enough to go through there. The female ones are the fun ones. I think we will go through that way with it and just push it through. I think what we're going to do, make sure we've got this the right way round as well. We will push it through. Bum-ba-dum. More solder on that. Not happy with it. Not happy with the amount of solder on there. Better. Right. Joe Gurney says the stock 1100 can take double the pinion of the stock motor, so defo not slow. No. Zoz stock X Max motor is around 1200 kV. I think it's 1250. You can gear it up, yeah. Gary says, might increase. It's an option for the insane. Most will stick to AS systems. I get a Hobby Wing ESC, but for it, but I don't know how to solder, Vince. Well, watch my video. Get yourself a proper solder station, a good solder station, some good quality 60-40 solder. Get yourself some flux if you need to. It will help a little bit, and it's all in technique. Make sure you tin each side, and then practice. Buy yourself some cable and just do some practicing. Watch my video. I've got a video on it. I used to hate soldering. I quite like it now. I think you can get the connector you will need from Hobby Wing Cells. I could be wrong. Yes, you can. So a lot of model shops will sell it with the connector that you ask them to put on it. I know our local hobby shop does. If you say you want an EC5, they put an EC5. If you want XT90, they put an XT90 on it. I only fit them from the back on the 8S, on the 8Gs, as the insulation won't fit through. True. What's a stock orange connector for the arms company? That is similar to, so that's an is it EC or IC5? It's a site. So this is an EC5 IC. I call it EC IC5s. So that is a stock armour one, and ECIC5 direct fit, exactly the same. It just doesn't have that extra pin in the middle that the smart system uses. Apart from that, they are the same. I prefer these because this is made from a more durable plastic. It's more like a nylon, whereas this is more brittle. So the back cups of these always break, they always shatter, they're useless. I prefer, and also these when they go together slide off a bit too easy. Whereas these when they go on, I haven't got the pins in there, but they just grip a bit better as well. So these bits here are very, there you go, look. They're already broken off. Too brittle. Unlike these bits on an XT90, don't break. Right, mustn't do an Earl Moorhead. So we've just taken off from the negative. So this is negative. So we'll put it through on the negative and hit it with a hammer. I don't like doing this, so you might see some rage. You might see some rage. You may well see some rage because these are a bit of a pain to solder up. Not to solder up, but to put these bits on. Especially when you've got a bad arm that hurts when you push things here. Ah. Come on, in you go. Don't be a pain. Be a complete pain in the backside, isn't it? Trying to think what else we can use to do it. Something smaller, because that's hitting the sides. Bum. There we go. Your energy is advised even if it's not bolted down. Yeah. Vice is in the garage. I might end up doing that in the garage. Do 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 do. This one's a bit too big, really. Oh, just pushed in too hard. Split it. Oh, you. SOB. I'll tape it up. I'll do for the time being. I might go and get my. I'll go and get my 2mm ones of these. That's a bit too big. No, I won't. It's not worth taking a risk with that. No, he's not coming out, is he? Don't go in or out of it. I'll take that up. Unless it, no, it comes out too easy. Right, that's that bit gone. Right. Try a 2.5mm one in it. To the negative side. Give it a clout. See what happens. Now we're going to go 2mm. 2.5mm I think is still a bit too big. I'm happy with that, I think. Yep, that's in. Happy with that. Right, that's that one done. So now we desolder that. I will be back to read your comments. It's just obviously while I'm doing this. Come on, desolder across the universe. Get some flux going. Come on. I don't want to desolder this one. There we go. I'm going to re-tin that. The reason I'm going to re-tin it is because it looks, the solder just looks a bit dry. So what I'm going to do, I'll add some flux to it. In fact, that actually melted that. Oh, dearie me. That looks much better. That's why them connectors are tricky. QS8's all the way, not cheap, but defo worth it all round. Yeah, probably should get some QS8s. Do you think the Man Monster 8S should work? It should do, Chris. I don't see why it shouldn't. You have too much solder on it, probably. No, it's just the right amount. Can only solder it to the very back of it. So I guess you broke enough stuff for a live stream this week. No, Master, didn't. Just we got the XRT, so I've whipped that out of the box. And just getting it ready. This Max 6, getting it ready to go in tomorrow. Save me a job tomorrow. Some people hate flux. Well, this all solder needs, if you don't have flux, it ain't going to solder. So the flux helps it transfer in over to the metal. So without flux, you won't do it. This is multi-core flux. This has got 7 streams of flux in it already, but you can always add more flux and just it makes it flow better. To be brutally honest with you, so I don't see why people hate flux. If you're doing a big soldering job and you want it to just be a bit easier, use some flux. Use extra flux. They're not good for you, Master. I better suck some more up. Never did me any harm either. And it's lead solder as well. It's proper stuff. None of this weak silver mamby-pamby stuff. We only go for the best. Fully leaded. Clean your tip. Always make sure your tip is nice and clean. Might put some heat shrink on this one actually. No, I'll do better than that. too much wire on this exposed, so we are going to lop the end off. Then we're going to tin it a bit more. A bit too much exposed on that and it would have stuck out too far. Perfect. Comes the fun part now, putting it in here. So we don't split this side, because that will be annoying. Now you might see some rage ink coming if we decide to split this side on it. I know Martin can push these in by hand because Martin's strong. It's not quite in. You can tell when they're in because they will spin. There we go. They will spin ever so slightly, and that one's spinning now, so that's in okay. So now if we plug that in, it's quite stiff. I'm going to pull it quite hard to pull it apart. So we like that. Use a flux capacitor if you are traveling here. 907 Rob, hi. Back, you go. Okay, prove it by taking a bit of some place in a bong. No, I'll pass on that. I'm not going to do that with it, Mast. So many Darwins out there. Do love a Darwin award. Only had it out once. Side bashers. Only had it out the once so far. We just haven't been out that much. Callum's got football all the time now, so once football season kicks in for Callum, he don't come out much. Which, you know, each their own. He's got love for football as well. And then during the summer months when football's not playing, he likes to go and play RC cars. Flux does take it much smoother. Not if you use crunchy flux. I'm not going to try it. It doesn't smell very nice in here though. Oh, actually it does. Yeah, you get high on that. If you sniff that good and proper, you would get a proper high, I reckon. It's like the old pens. I've tried that, Sam, but the problem is people then accuse me of copying Kev. So I have to do it with a bit tongue-in-cheek and say I use a bit of Kevin Talbot Special Magic, because if I did it outside of that, I mean, even in the last video with the Baja, I don't know how, I mean, someone decided to accuse me of, it was quite funny because I was actually sitting opposite Kev eating a curry when I read the comment and goes, oh, stop, you sound just like Kevin, be yourself. And I was like, I sound nothing like Kevin, and I can tell you that because I was sitting opposite him right this very second. Funny enough, they never respond to those comments. But it does get a bit boring. Rosin Flux, there's no way you've tasted Rosin Flux, have you, Dan? That was funny, ignore the trolls. I was literally sitting opposite Kev, eating our curry. Although Kev, he didn't get through it. Noah beat him this time on the old file. That's not real magic. No, he can't. But I understand why he does it, because it does get a bit, well, it does, I can't open this up now. It does take a long time videoing whilst you're working on a car. So sometimes it's just easier to go, boom, it's done. In fact, Kev's not the only one to do it. I've seen lots of other videos doing it, but obviously Kev's doing it in the RC world. And once you're in the RC world, anyone, oh dear, I couldn't have soldered this, could I? It's a bodge job and a half. Must have been one of Jack's soldering jobs. The problem is, once you then do something which Kev's already done, or even if you use music which Kev's never used and then he uses it and then you use it, if you use it and then he uses it and then you use it again, you get accused of copying his music. You just think you can't win. But it is what it is. We do us, we do us. Yeah, some of this probably is similar because we play with RC cars and we work on them before we play with them. It's what people want to see, what the analytics show. More people actually watch the wrenching bit at the beginning, believe it or not, than they do the actual bashing to a certain degree. Go figure. Oh, done. I'm going to put some flux on this because it does look a bit there. It's a little bit of a dry solder, so I don't think not unless it's an early one I did, before I'd really learnt to properly solder. It's either that or it's one that Jack did ages ago. I'll blame Jack. Come on, get that heat transfer going. I don't want to cut you off. That's a mess, this one. Come on. Ugh, that's a mess. Look at the state of that. Utter mess. Yeah, I'm going to lock the end of that off because there's too much on that. Oh, it's hot. Re-tin that. because that is horrible. As a tinning job goes. Oh, it's hot still. Some fresh fluxed up solder on there. Much better. Right. Learn Kev's magic trick of saying boom to fix a PC and then shutting off the camera and spending an hour or more getting it right. Then says, since you're in the kitchen, can you do the cooking show video but pull the finished version out of the oven? Yeah. Here's one I made earlier. Actually, that could do a thing, couldn't it? Oh, here's one I made earlier. People know I'm a Tom Lee fanboy and I'm not. Oh, back in a sec, Phil's just text me. You love Tom Lee, Jono, come on. Kev ain't no Linus. I'd say stalker, but okay. Well, I saw Jono wearing that t-shirt. Yep, he was. He loves that t-shirt. You should see some of the other stuff he sent. Sponge Pop, how many RCs do we have? 30 plus. I've lost count. I've stopped counting when we got over 30. Okay, Rob, thank you for coming by. Take care, buddy. See you next week, hopefully. Amber, hot, but no, not as good as Jono in that. Yes, Jono, but did he know he was going to make a shirt before or after the picture was taken? Oh, good question. Rest in peace. It's all good, thank you. How are you, buddy? You well? Hot date. What you got coming through on Amazon Prime then? Love an Amazon Prime delivery. It could be a woman though, couldn't it? Could be a super fit, young, big-breasted, Swedish blonde Amazon driver. Bum diddy bum. Oosh. Come on. Oosh. Looks good. There's some excess drop off, which is nice. I like it if the excess drops off. Need a bit, oh, it's hot. Trim it a little bit round here. Might be a bit of a pain to get in. do. Let that cool down. Been good, been busy with family stuff. So been a while since I've done some content. Yeah, that, you know, you've got to put real life first. I'm the same, you know, 2 weeks. I probably won't be a video out this week. So I might try and get it ready for Wednesday, but I think that's unlikely. I'm just, you know, my neck killing me sitting there all day, and work's really, really busy at the moment as well. And it says, I have the last of my outside Christmas lights and timers, and it's a skinny young guy. All right, okay. So it wasn't a fit young 20 Swedish blonde with big boobies wearing a skimpy Santa outfit then. And I'm a 55-year-old guy saying that. That sounds all wrong on the highest, from every level, doesn't it, really? Greta was one of my band camp counts. No, she wasn't. You're winding me up, Len. Seriously, what, Greta Thunberg? Or are you talking about a separate Greta? Jeremy, evening, how are you? Okay, a crush on her too. Everyone has a crush on Claire, don't they? This one time at band camp, Will's down RC. No, we got the XRT. We definitely got the XRT. No, we're actually soldering up just soldering up the Max 6, ready to put in it tomorrow. Because he just doesn't see the need for one. You know, he has a passion for working, he has a passion for RC, he's a passion for monster trucks and goodness knows what else. You know, you could say, why don't I have a girlfriend? Not, you know, I'm 55 years old, and since I got divorced 8 years ago, I haven't had a girlfriend. You know, it's just where your priorities are, I guess. I'm working to 3D print my Hobio some new wing mats. Oh, nice. What you putting them in? TPU? Oh, a different Greta. Isn't there a rule? You've got to halve it and add something or other, isn't there? Isn't there a rule? Isn't there a rule that how low you can go? Like halve your weight and, I don't know. There used to be a rule, didn't there? Smoking that flux at band camp. I'm good, thank you, Jeremy, apart from my neck. I saw the physio this morning, so I've got some more exercise to do, and then I get hands-on soft tissue massage. No jokes about soft tissue massage, because the physio is a woman, a young woman as well. So it's on my neck. That's the only, I almost said that's be the only soft tissue there is, but you know, it's, look, okay, fine. Luckily, I'll be face down. Kev's very smart. You got the Max 6 for so yeah, I mean, I'm just going to whip because I don't have Traxxas connectors, I don't want to cut it off. I might well, whilst I didn't sell the X-Max one, we stuck it in the Max. I don't really have a need for this one, so I might whip it out, stick it on eBay for 100 quid. Just gives us some slush fund money for other things then. I'll just peel. I need to get Jack's 3D printer out and actually learn how to use it, as they brought it back over here for me to have. Right, so we've just taken that off the, negative. We've got negative coming in, positive coming out, so that will have to go into the negative over here. And then the positive going back over there. That's it. Do not want to do a early Moorhead. It's going to be a bit awkward because I've got solder where I need to push this through. Bit of a pain. Coming over here, I think. See, I've seen Martin push these through with his bare hands. You just want to go and push and it goes through. Come on. Problem is I've got nowhere to hit it with because I've got solder where it needs to go. Maybe we'll clear that solder out of there a bit. Should be all right now. I should be able to get something on that now. Yeah, that's better. Right, where were we going? We were going positive to negative. You get near one of them. Positive to negative. Yeah, I think that's in there. Good, good, good. One left to go. Yes, but Martin also said that's kind of bite a beer can and after he's crushed it. I'm sure he could actually. He's all man, isn't he, Martin? RP switches to snow season here. Building a custom dual motor set up for the Raminator. Dual 12S Creation is still getting changes too. Nice. What are you going to do to the Raminator? Why would we do that? Even now, give it a clout. Very true, Joe. Very true. Open the windows, Taz. Come on. I've done that and it's not good for you. XC90s, yes, they're probably easier to put on. I don't mind putting these on. These are a bit more fussy on the ESC tire. They're easy to do on the batteries. Bit more fussy on the ESC side, but I just prefer, you know, all my 4Ss are ECIC5, so I just prefer it. Being brutally honest with you, on the 4S cars, I keep meaning to switch them all over to this, and if I'm going to do the ESC side, I'll probably get the. If I'm honest, I'll probably get these ones. In fact, I probably should have put, thinking about it, because they're the females, I probably should have put these ones on. I just, for whatever, no, I think Noah cut these. No, these aren't mine. I nicked these off of somebody. I should have just used these ones. Desoldered that. I think we cut them off because the soldering irons we had at ARC were useless, so we weren't getting through these. And I didn't want to kill them, so I think we cut them off. And I was going to desolder them when I got home, and I never got round to it. So I should have used those on it really, because these are much easier to solder. Next time, it's not so much. It's not the soldering that's the difficult part. It's the getting them in the hole. I've always had difficulty getting things in the hole. It's just a bit too tight, you know. Bum diddy bum diddy bum. Desolder. Start melting, you solder. There we go. Done. Add a bit more, I think. Perfect. That's a perfect solder, that one is. Perfecto, that one. Oh. Camera. I did, Adrian, yes. Oh, to get my charge lead. Always forget my charge lead, don't I? There we go. Evening, Craig, how are you? And evening, Adrian. Yeah, I saw one today and I thought it looked really nice in the aquamarine. I won't be getting one. We're back, we are. Perfect when we couldn't see, funny that. No, I haven't ordered it yet, Craig. It's more that I haven't got any in spares at the moment, so I need to order one. And I can't decide whether I want to order it from AliExpress or not. It's just if the receiver doesn't work, it's a pain trying to return it to AliExpress. That's my biggest concern. If I've had 2 receivers I've ordered before for the FlySky 3TGP C, whatever it is, and they didn't work. It was just, you couldn't get a response from them to replace it, and that's my only concern with it. And they take 3 months. You know, I've had stuff that I've ordered from AliExpress, it's taken 3 months to turn up. So I suppose you order it on PayPal, you should be all right. But I don't know. I can't make my mind up as to order them or not. Or just get them from UK stock. There's not that much price difference. I like the look of it. I just wouldn't get one because number one, it's a, yeah, as Sam said, it's a slipper clutch. I mean, that car shouldn't have a slipper clutch. And if it had turned up on time, we would have had one still, but it didn't. So MST or Yokomo, depends how much money you've got wheels down. If you want the best Yokomo, if you're happy with a drift car that will drift extremely well and be more than enough for what most people use it for, than the MST RMX 2.5 RS, or even the 2.5, I think has the bump steering and says what else, or the 2.5S. If you want the absolute best Yokomo, yeah, I must get, if you're down there, I'll try and get down on a Thursday, Adrian. It's just obviously work days, I'm working at the moment, so it does make it a little bit difficult. If someone says the word, so Jab Play says, if someone says the word RC car, what truck car do you think of first? X-Max. Old school RC, you've missed us unboxing the XRT. That's what you've missed. Right, that needs to turn around there. That needs to turn around there. And that needs to turn around there a bit. And we need to slot that in there like that. And we need to put that there and give it a clout. That looks good as long as that wire's long enough. I'm hoping that wire's long enough. Oh mate, I'm going to be annoyed if it's not, because that's not an easy desolder job. it should be fine if we put, I don't like putting the battery down that way, so. Should be okay. Sitting down low. That wire probably could have been a bit longer. Let's see. No, it should be all right. A little bit short than the stock one. So it should be all right. That should go perfect. Should fit in there perfectly. Oh, put these back. No, Alfred, just taking the XT90s off of the Max 6 that I had and putting the ECIC5s on. I'll probably I might sell the Traxxas XRT. You get about 100 quid for them. Brand new, straight off an XRT. Put it on eBay. Someone will come and buy it for 100 quid. Oh, what did I miss up there? I think there may be some other armour launches coming up soon. They've just slashed £100 off the Vendetta. I'm pretty sure there are either that or they've realised that they're not selling as much because they've been too expensive. The fact they've discontinued the Outcast 6S EXB is gone. The Mojave is gone. We know that the 8S Creighton EXB or the 1/5 Creighton EXB and Outcast EXB are being discontinued because they're bringing out RTRs. But interesting, they're going to have cars out of production, discontinued, and not have the replacement all ready to go. Unless they're ready to bring them out, bang in the new year. Fatline Buzz, hi, how are you? We've just finished soldering up. We had a quick look at the XRT. Just soldered up the Max 6 ready to go in it tomorrow. Shorter gives the caps an easier life. That's true. I was going to put the other one in there, but I wasn't sure whether the caps would hold out on it. They were looking a bit iffy on the other Max 6 I have, which is now going to go in the Mojave and see how it survives in there. Oh, where do these emojis come from? Where do you get all these funky emojis from? Where? Oh. Oh, Claire's getting it tomorrow, isn't she? Oh, Claire's getting it tomorrow. Real men don't use emojis. No, these ones are cool though. I'm liking these ones. Stop. Enough. So tomorrow, if Claire goes live tomorrow, guys, and any of you in the live, we've got to spam the pink poop. Yeah, pink poop. That's. Oh, what'd you get? Craig, what nice, you always get nice RC cars. What did you get? Come on. Spill the beans, spill the beans. Pink poop. I love the pink poop. Claire's live stream's getting it tomorrow. It's going to be... Yeah, it's got to be done. Absolutely got to be done. She's going to go mad. Oh, you've got an egress. I saw them in TJD today. What did they have? They had two. Is it Evolution and Egress? They did look nice. Did look very nice. Very jealous. I'm sure I could conjure up a YouTube knot, or is that too far? Do you mean a YouTube knot? Ta-da! Andre, how are you? We could just go in there. I just think it's going to be funny. Because Claire will lose the pot. We just start going. Because I didn't recognise her and she's not going to know. Yes, it's got to be done. Has to be done. I'll move that up a little bit so you can see. Not that you want to see me. And anyone that's watching now, if you haven't given me a thumbs up, if you could possibly give me a thumbs up, it would be much appreciated. I think he meant bot. Who will drive it in the next video? Probably Jack and Callum. I don't think we're going to be out this weekend with it, but we are out in the week. One of the things we can do, weather permitting, will be extreme. The other one, don't know whether we use it there or not. Don't know how much time we're going to get to film, or whether it's going to be worth filming. So I might take the X-Max, might do the X-Max versus the MJX for this other one. I don't know, it's just difficult. I don't know. I'll watch Bar. Well, you can't ban me because I'm a mod. Saying you can't mod, saying a mod can't give a mod out. No, Alfie, and the reason being because Len came up with a very good, I think it was Len. Oh, excuse me. Len came up with a very good idea saying you should do a video of which tyres to use. And I thought, yes, rather than do it all in one video, we'll do an extreme bash video with it, with the mods that we like to do, and then we can do another video later on with what tyres to use, which does actually work for me a bit better because it saves me having to rush around trying to fit up the rest of the Mad Max tyres. It's not that I don't like the stock ones, I just don't think are going to be any good, give you any grip on any surfaces, apart from maybe, I don't know, tarmac. They're more of a road tyre, Alfie, than anything else. There's just no real places for them to grip. Jack is a destroyer of cars, so there's not many cars that Jack hasn't destroyed. So we let Callum jump it first, and then we let Jack loose with it. And as Revo says, he wants to see Jack drive it. Jack is the real test. Yeah, I think they're more designed for gravel and on-road rather than anything else. I mean, I did drive Kev's, and it was on the grass. It was a little bit, it was nice, very nice, because you could get the back out. I could drift it, you could hang the back out quite nicely with it. So I'm taking back my like for tyres. You can't take back your like. Backflip AS on the XRT, stock just spins in grass when the trigger is pulled. Yeah, that's what I think I'm going to end up with, is the backflips. I need to get another set of them though. No, we just swap them out, Alfie. Try them with one and then try them with another one. I won't do 4 different videos of it. I'll just say, right, let's try these ones and then swap them out and then try another one. It's just how to then, you know, it's just doing the intro because it'll be a bit boring I like to try and do a bit indoors, because I'll be honest and say it fills out the video a bit, and it doesn't make it just so monotonous of someone jumping a car all the time. Just mixes it up a bit. I've put X-Max arms on now. What, on your XRT? Well, the short X-Max arms. That's what Martin's done, the opposite. So he's converted his X-Max to so he's done the chassis upgrades, the shorter shocks. I think he's done the shorter shock towers, and the lowest LCG chassis to his existing X-Max. So he's got the short arms on it. Yeah, there's a lot. What Martin's done, he's converted his X-Max, but not gone wide max kit on it. Yeah, wrestling, but the problem is they add so much weight, those tyres, and I don't like it. It's fine if you're going big with like a max 5, 1100 kV, mod 1.5 gears, and you're sticking all this extra weight on it, and you're expecting to break stuff. I mean, there's a guy that's started coming out who's got one, and it's insane. I mean, what this X-Max can do, speed-wise and everything else like that, is bonkers. Does look a hell of a lot of fun. I'll be honest and say it does look a hell of a lot of fun, but it breaks a lot easier. His was in pieces. Okay, yeah, you're jumping higher and everything else like that, but his was in pieces, and ours came home after a round of abuse and was mashed up. There's a guy, very nice guy, very nice young guy, can proper drive as well. He was out with this on Sunday. He was in Kev's Raminator video, and I think he broke all 4 arms in that video, because it's just extra weight. They're just not designed to do that, and every time he goes out, he breaks it. Fine if that's what you like doing. I don't want to be spending a ton of money. I've been there, seen it, done it, and I don't have those sort of expendable cash sums to be going around and blowing up 4 arms every week. Give me something to do on the live streams, though, wouldn't it? Had a quick go around the corner. Hi, David, how are you? Does putting timestamp section on the video help with look? No. I don't think so, Alfie. It means people will just skip through your video more. If I have a timestamp and he says, right, we're going to do this, I'll skip through to the bit that I want. And I know exactly where it is. So I don't think it helps at all. But, you know, who knows? Who knows? No one understands the logarithm anyway. Yeah, the 57s are lighter than 43s, but they're still heavier than, like, the backflips. They're still a heavy tyre. And that was the biggest problem, I think, with the 57s, wasn't it? They were stupidly heavy. I mean, you were adding over I think from memory, you were adding over 1 kilogram in weight in just just because of the 4 tyres. See you later, Mr. Press. Thank you for coming by. Take care, buddy. He earns it, Alfie. Buys and sells RC cars. Buys them second hand. He either strips them down, fixes them up, and then sells them. He's been doing it, and he's flipping RC cars all day long. He can strip down an X-Max in no time at all. And he sells the parts, you know, depends on what he buys. He might buy a second-hand one, strip it down, sells the parts, or takes bits out of it and then sells it and breaks it down and sells it that way. I'm not quite sure how he does it all and everything, but he does, and that's I sort of like jokingly said, you know, oh, you know, Dad's paying for repairs, and Dad went, no, I don't pay for anything. He says, he breaks it, he pays for it. Kev's already got one, David. Video should be out imminently, I would have thought. He's got a red one. We're out with it on Sunday. I had a little drive, and that made me even more excited about getting mine. The logarithm is your audience, but it makes no sense. I mean, I've got videos that have got good throughput, good retention, good good click-through rate, and they don't do very well. And I've got other videos that have done really, really well with really poor retention and really bad click-through. It sometimes makes no logical sense whatsoever. Try to understand it, and it will just do your head in. Just stick your video up. If it does well, it does well. If it doesn't do well, it doesn't do well. It's just one of those things. you know, it is what it is. I pay for my own repairs so I don't bash. Yep. Now he does as well. He pays for his own repairs at Alfie. You know, maybe you have a chat with him and find out what he does. I'm sure there's room in the marketplace for one more to earn money the way he does. I only had to borrow her out once, Craig. The problem is, the weather now is horrible for petrol cars in the winter. No one wants to go out and drive them in the mud. So, do need to get back out with it. I want to get some axle extenders, make it a bit wider at the rear, certainly. What else do we want to do? I want to get a side pipe for it. So the fact no one's going out allows us to save up some money from YouTube, because we just spent an absolute ton of it on the XRT. So we haven't got much funds left. I just want to replenish it a bit. Do you know Pedro from the Sittingbourne Drift Track? I believe I do, but I'd have to see his face. If it's the one I'm thinking of, yes, I do. He's the one that's taken over he's the one that's taken over Warbirds, isn't he? I haven't thought about, no, I mean, there's other cars I want to get in. It's space, money, time, to be honest with you. Oh, he's working there. You have to show me, send me a picture of him so I know which one he is. I think I know which one he is. Does that mean he's not working at the drift place anymore? Method RC tire work great, just not great grip in grass like stock tyres. Yeah. Postman Pat with his black and white cat. No, know about spending. Took up the I know how much an Egris is. I know about D2 Evo, but I know the Egris is not cheap. Veer, what's better, a nitro or electric? It depends on what your preference is. It really does. Some people prefer electric, some people prefer nitro. I've not had a nitro car in years, so I can't comment. I want to get a nitro. It's a bit like saying what's better, brushless or two-stroke. They both have their pluses and their minuses. They really do, you know. It depends on what your preference is. Some people will prefer nitro, some people prefer electric. Some people like both. I mean, some of the guys we go out with, they like their nitro buggies, but they also like electric buggies. So, you know, it's horses for courses. I was going to get the TRX4M, I'll be brutally honest, Thomas, and if they'd had one in stock today, I would have got one. But the model shop got them in this week and sold 16 in short order. They had none left in stock. So, yeah, it's one of those cars that I said I was going to get and then totally and utterly forgot about. So, yeah. Yeah, they have. But I like to see what the car, you know, from our point of view, what the car can do. I think there's some, I won't mention any of the names, but I think some of those reviews are a bit biased. I'll be honest with you. I'm not going to say who. Some of them are honest and some of them are biased. That's all I'm going to say on that matter. So not to take anything away from any of those three you've mentioned, but I think some of the reviews are biased and some of them are very unbiased. But at the end of the day, we like to see what the car can do ourselves in the format that we like to run it. We don't like to run it with heavy power systems. We like to try and keep it as stock as possible. Upgrade the weak areas without adding too much weight, and then taking it from there. Not got a pic of him. See, I don't know people's names. That's the problem, Adrian. I'm just useless with names. Electric is I don't know. There's just something about running a two-stroke petrol mast. There's just something about it, and the way it the extra sound, the smell. You know, watching Ryan's 5T go around. Yes, it's blisteringly fast, and it will run for 5 minutes before it's flat. So he literally gets 8 laps and he's done, and then he's got to wait an hour to charge his lipos up. That's one of the minuses of nitro or gas versus brushless. You need a ton of brushless batteries when you go out, because you will suck the life out of if you're racing around, you'll suck the life out of a lipo in 10 minutes flat. Whereas a petrol car, you fill it up, you get 45 minutes of run time out of 1 litre. And you have another 2 litres with you, which take up no space whatsoever. You've got almost 3 hours of run time there. 2-stroke with the noisy exhaust is even worse then, trust me. And electric is easy. You plug the batteries in, you go, and you can send them and do what you want. You know, I won't be sending the petrols again like we did. Just too much damage. Nitros can be a pain for the tune because you've always got to tune them up, yada, yada, yada. But again, you know, you can run all day with them and not worry about it. You know, not have to sit there and charge up batteries all the time. So and the smell and the noise, that smell and noise just brings you into the experience so much more than an electric car does. It really does. I never got the petrol ones, to be honest with you, until we got one. And then when we got one, it was just like, oh my God. The way it drives, those losses drive so nice as well. When I come to power, I'll buy noisy nitros along with those who use emojis. Emojis are fun. Right, I'm going to call it a day because I'm thirsty. My neck's starting to hurt again, and I'm going to sit down. I'm going to tidy up a bit, get ready, go to bed early so that I can get up and film. I've got to get that back in the box yet as well. So we will call it. If you haven't given me a thumbs up, if you could give me a thumbs up. Hi, Lucas from the Netherlands. Thank you for joining. Just about to finish up though, unfortunately. But thank you for joining us today. If you give me a thumbs up, it'd be appreciated before you go. I've got 94 thumbs up. See if we can get 100. There we go. Anyway, take care, guys. Some of you I will see from... Is that South Africa, Veer? Which we're welcome to the stream and thank you for joining us. Take care, Len. Thank you for coming by. Hope Detroit's doing you well. Thank Gaines. South Africa, very nice. Wow. Again, got very international blending tonight, haven't we? Brilliant. Love it. Okay, guys, take care. See some of you on Claire's live tomorrow. She's live. And let's get those emojis going for her because she's going to love it. Take care, guys. Love you all. Mwah. See you soon. Let's go down there. We'll go up here.